Hello, guys. Welcome to my home. My name is Zemi, and I am Indonesian who lives in Tokyo for over 8 years already. And so, I actually want to share how is my life experience living here for some years, and how is my mental state right now. So, there's nothing good to share about, and but I just want to share what is my feeling and what I'm going through right now. So my intention is really just to make some kind of a diary about how I feel. So this year is 2025, and it seems to be one of the hardest year I've ever been in my life. I am 32. I am a gay man living in Tokyo by himself, and I don't have a significant other, and I feel completely lonely and alone most of the time. And I think people who live in Tokyo might experience the same feelings, because a lot of foreigners living in Tokyo, they fall in love in Japan, and Japan is very nice and safe place to be at, but it's one of the most lonely place you can ever be. So the way I describe living in Tokyo is like comfortably depressed. So you can get everything you need. You can travel wherever you need to be, wherever you need to go in Japan. Transportation is amazing. It's completely safe for you. There's no gun violence. Basically, violence is basically non-existent here. So I'm not saying it doesn't exist. It's just like compared to other places, it's very safe place. So it's very comfortable living in Tokyo. But at the same time, it's just a very it's a place where you can feel very lonely if you let it. And I think people who has been living here for the beginning of the years, like 1 or 2 years, they might enjoy everything that Japan has to offer, but after some times they might feel how hard it is to completely feel satisfied, especially if you're longing for some kind of meaningful connections. So, especially in my case, I'm not speaking for other people's experience, but I'm just speaking for my own experience and how I see things. So, a little bit personal about me, I am a gay man, and I'm from a country which does not accept LGBT, or a place where they actively oppressed being gay. So it's it's hard growing up as a gay man in my country, Indonesia. And even though that is the case, sometimes I still miss Indonesia. I miss the people. I don't feel lonely or lack of meaningful connections when I was in Indonesia, because the people are warm, and it's my own people, it's my own country, and it's easier for me to connect and have meaningful connections with other people. And it's harder in Japan, but I want to live my life to the fullest, living in you know, authentically. So I think Indonesia is not the best place for me as a gay man. But Japan itself is, even though it's better in that case, it's still a difficult place to live, because being gay is difficult, you know. I'm not trying to say that straight men or straight woman has an easier life, but being gay, it can be very isolating, and you might have a higher chance to be end up alone. And that's the sad reality of it. Aside being gay, I am also someone who is struggling with depression, and it's really hard for you to be positive when you are having a depression episode. I've been trying to build a family of my own in Japan, try to not be completely miserable in Japan by going out, meet some friends, make my own close friends, but it's not easy because as an adult you are being challenged to get real friends, because you're not in school anymore, so the circumstances for you to make friends is harder as an adult. So why this year is one of the hardest year in my life? I think that it's just I am really tired of feeling lonely. So last July was my birthday party, and I invited my closest friends to my home, and we had a private dinner party at my home. And I prepare everything and I cook everything, and it was completely all by myself, all the preparations, and they just need to come to my home. It was a lovely time, to be honest with you. Everybody had a good time, and they celebrated me in a way, but I also felt sad in my birthday because after all of those hard work for me to prepare the birthday party, at the end there was no one who brought a candle or a birthday cake to me, to the birthday party, and it was kind of sad to think about it. But I don't blame them because they are, they're just guests invited to my birthday party. But also I felt that really sad about it because they were my closest friends in Japan, but apparently I am not allowed to expect candles for my own birthday party or cakes. So it doesn't mean that we are not friends. It doesn't mean that we are not good friends. I just think that I might expect too much from them. So I felt sad after that moment, and my depression episode just comes stronger after that. Because if the closest relationships I've had in Tokyo that I've built for some years are people who don't even bother to bring cakes and candle to my birthday party, and some don't even bother to bring anything, completely empty-handed. I might think that, well, they're just people I hang out with, I suppose. They're not really family, and it's really hard to make family in Tokyo. And unfortunately, the reasons why I'm longing for family, it's because I don't have family that is meaningful for me. Well, I have my father, but my father only calls me, he doesn't even call me. He only texts me once a month at the end of the month, 25th of the month, to remind me to send money to him, because I send money to my dad every month. And yeah, that's the only conversation we have every month, which is, "Hey dad, I've sent the money for this month," and then he would say, "Thank you, may God bless you," and that's it. That's the only pacts we do every month, so I don't feel so I'm not close with my dad, and I'm not close with my siblings either. I have a older sister and younger brother. We don't really talk. We almost do not talk at all. We don't fight. We just don't reach out to each other. And I have deleted my Instagram for few months already. So it has been more than 2 months I deleted my Instagram, and there was not a lot of people who reach out to me asking if I'm okay, or asking what happened. So my siblings do not even notice. My dad was not aware of it all. So the reasons I deleted my Instagram is because I just wanted to disappear, like reset in my life. And I have the ideations, fantasy about self-exit, and I know that it's a stupid idea. It's not going to be good. But I feel that I am so tired, and it's just a very, inviting and attractive options for me to take. But I don't think I'm gonna actually do it because I am afraid of pain, physical pain. So I thought that why don't we meet halfway? So instead of eliminating my actual existence, how about I eliminate my existence on internet? So that's why I deleted my Instagram. And so I am no longer existing in Instagram, and I felt a little bit have one less pressure to perform, if you know what I mean, because I think that having Instagram somehow pushed me to perform in front of strangers that I don't know, like, hey, look at me, I'm wearing this, hey, look at me, I am eating this, hey, look at me, I am here, I am there, look at me, I exist. I feel like so much pressure to show and perform my existence to other people, and also the constant comparing yourself to others on Instagram is too much for me. So I think it's the best way for people like me who are struggling with depression to not have Instagram at all. But my point is, I am just a very lonely person, and sometimes I ask what is the reasons why life worth living, and most answers that I got from my research is a meaningful connection. Someone who have meaningful connections, they are very lucky that it gives them reasons to go on and to continue life. They have to work for this person, they have to keep on living for that person and stuff like that. And in my case, I don't have any reason to live. I mean, that's how I feel. I don't have significant other. My friends, apparently, just people I hang out with, they're not really my friends. And I'm stuck with my job in Japan too. There's no career progress for me, at least. So I'm not happy career-wise, not happy with social life, and it makes me feel very so yeah, it makes me feel sad. And what I feel is I feel like I'm in a hole and nobody is giving rope to get me out of this hole. I know that depression is just an episode, so I will get over it. I will feel better after some time soon. I will, get some energy back again and live my life like normal again. But every time I get to my depression episode, the hole is just getting deeper and deeper and deeper. And the only way for me to get out of this hole is to climb the hole by myself, because apparently the solution is you have to do it. I have to do it. I have to be the only person that climb up the hole. Nobody's going to give a rope or help me to get out of this hole. And I am tired falling into the same hole every time and have to be the only person that try hard to get out of this hole. And so this year specifically, I just feel completely exhausted of climbing up this hole again by myself. And it makes me question whether or not my life worth living. And it's tiring. I don't know where I should go. Japan makes me feel very isolated. Indonesia is not a good option either for me, because living as a gay man in Indonesia is not a attractive option either. And I'm tired, and there's not much of me to live. So I am a functional depressed person. I try to hide my actual feeling in front of others. I will not tell them how I feel. I will not tell them what I'm struggling with. I will just be functional, go to work, hang out if I'm invited. No, even though nobody's inviting me for anything anymore. So nobody really know how I feel exactly, because every time I try to share what I feel, the people that I'm surrounded with are people who will make it about themselves. I know it sounds bad, but I am also a people pleaser. So whenever we talk something deep, they will share something deep about them, and the table will turn. Instead of I try to get comfort from them, I will try to comfort them. So I will become their therapist. I will be the person who asks the questions. I will be the person who listens. And my problem, my actual feeling will be left behind. And I haven't met anyone who genuinely listen or genuinely care for my feeling, or genuinely, care about me. It's always me who has to be this person who listen, who asks the questions, who has to hang out. And I feel tired of it all. There's this thing I just read about compassion fatigue. I guess it happens to me. I just try so hard to please others, and I forgot about my own needs. But even if I try to tell them what I need from them, the topic or the table will keep turned to be about them. And it's just naturally like that. It's because I am so afraid that if I tell them my problems, they will not like me, or they will like me less. They will think that I am such a trouble, I'm such a depressed and negative person. I'm so afraid of that judgment, so I do not want to bother other people about my problem. That's why I never share any of these feelings to other people, and nobody really know how I feel. But I'm just so tired, guys. So tired. Every day I think about self-exit. Think about the least painful way to exit. Thought about jumping out of the building, but it seems to be very painful. Thought about cyanide, but it's too difficult to get and it's also painful. Seems like there's no easy way, but I just do not have any will to go on. And that's how I feel every single day when I woke up, and it's so painful. It hurts. It hurts. My heart is aching from being in this hole by myself without anyone's genuinely care. So I guess that's all. This video getting too long and has no point. Just want to share how I feel, and I hope I will get better. I hope I will feel better later on. I know it's just a temporary episode, but I'm not getting younger, and the older you get, the more problem you have, I suppose. I think my next depression episode will be way worse. Every year I do feel that each time this episode comes, the worse it was than before. So I hope that I will stay alive when that episode comes. I'm so sorry it's so dark. I just don't know where I should share this feeling. I try to go to therapist, but they cannot solve my problem. My problem is loneliness and lack of meaningful connections, and talking to therapists does not solve that. It helps me to navigate my emotions better, but the core issue and problem is not being solved. I still feel very lonely every day. So yeah, that's all I guess for me. Thank you for listening. I hope you guys have a good day and stay alive. Hang in there and keep on moving.